Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Are we all doing well? Another day, another vlog. Today is Tuesday. I am just literally came home from mummy's last night, got into bed about 11:15, got about 9 hours sleep, which is amazing for me because I normally get about seven and a half. But yeah, last night slept to sleep with the dead, and thank God woke up this morning, so it wasn't that dead. But yeah, literally have to go to the square now because I have to get my eyes tested. I need a scan of my eyes. I have an extra vein in each eye, which I don't know, they're always fascinated with. So I have to get my scan of my eye. I have to get an eye test, which I do think I need glasses, more glasses. But yeah, and then after that, Carl is finished college. He's going to be walking up to the square to meet me. We're going to grab some lunch. We have a little bit of Christmas shopping apparently to do. Mr. Carl just said to me, he said while we're in the square, can we do some Christmas shopping? I thought, oh. I said, for who? And he says, I'll tell you everything when I get there, Mum. I said, oh, okay. So I don't know what's going on there, but we will do that. And then hopefully we should be home for about 1. Hopefully. Because as I said, it's Tuesday. I've got work tomorrow, so I'm going to go home, have my shower, do my hair, just get myself. I normally try and just have Tuesday as a very chill day. I don't like having a lot on. Like this, to me, going to get my eyes tested, meeting Carl for lunch is fairly chill. And then this evening, I obviously have to edit videos and stuff. But I'm still keeping to my routine, which I got into, which has been going to bed at 10:30. Lights out by 11, except for last night, but I was driving and I hadn't seen the kids, and we decided to have a yak when I came home, but that was fairly chill as well, in fairness. Oh my goodness, you need to go around. Oh, okay, darling, you need to go around them. This is absolute mayhem. Sorry, there's all delivery vans parked in double yellow lines there. There's a learner driver stuck at the back of the mall, where she should have gone around, but they're all flashing their hazards, but she's like sitting there. Anyway, we got around. We shouldn't be worrying, but it is a bit like madness. The car in front of me is letting a car reverse, but pulled up that forced them to do it tight. Like, what is the story? What is the story? But yeah, so my appointment is for 11:20. They asked me to be there 10 minutes beforehand so they can complete the scan of my eyes. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I also want to have a look and see if I can get a present for Carl, and if I can't, I need to order it maybe for collection day. We say Tuesday, maybe Thursday, Friday. Wednesday actually. I'm heading into town with work, so maybe I could collect it Wednesday when I come home. But we'll see, but I need to do it while he's not here. Oh my God, it's a man on a mobility scooter doing zoomies. Right, they must be all out this morning. Right lads, I'm going to go because I'm sitting here waffling to you. But yeah, so we're going to go into the square, get my eyes done, meet Carl for lunch. And that'll be about the extent of it, and head home then. Apparently we're doing my car's feeling very funny today. Right, chat to you in a bit, guys. Alright guys, just back from the square and getting my eyes tested, and I need new reading glasses and distance glasses. But I was saying to him, like, my eyes do be so sore in the evening, and he showed me what my eyes are and what the change they have to go through for the distance. And he said that's just from looking up from your computer or looking up from reading a book to looking to someone in the distance. He says your eyes have to go through that big change. He said that's why your eyes are sore. I was like, oh, that explains a lot. So 2 pairs of glasses, they'll be ready on 17th or 18th of December, anyway, before Christmas. So happy out with that. And he was like, I'm well below the legal limit required for driving, but he was saying on a long drive, he said it would just take that strain out of my eyes. So I was like, okay, fair enough. And he says, but you probably don't do an awful lot of driving now that, you know, living in Dublin. And I was going, Yeah, no, I do. So he was like, yeah. He said if you were in a profession where, like we say, a teacher, where you were looking at a book and then looking at kids at the back of the classroom, he said you'd need bifocals. He says, but because you don't, you just need one of, you need one of each. He said it'll do you fine. So we're home now. We went to Kay's kitchen and we had lunch, myself and Carl. So that was nice. So I'm full for the day now, so I'm going to just have the rest of the day chilling. No cooking for me. I did manage to get into Golden Discs and order 2 albums that Carl wanted for Christmas. So I have them on order. I have to collect them this Thursday. So yeah, so I'm happy out. Like, it was a nice day. It was very relaxing. Obviously getting your eyes done and the scanning your eyes and all that. But then my Carl had lunch and we just chatted, and yeah, it was a nice day. A nice day. Came home. Carl's upstairs now, hoovering the landing and the stairs. Hayley has most of the kitchen done, and I'm going to go up and do a bit more in my mum's room, I think. But again, it's just going to be very, either that or I'm going to sort out presents. We'll see. One or the other. Right, I will talk to you in a bit, guys. Alright guys, so it is a couple of hours later. I actually went up and went through all the Christmas presents and wrote a list for things I'm missing. And they're only small things, they're not anything major. But I'm going to take Mr. T out for a bit of a walk just before it gets pitch dark. It's 4:20 now, so it's dark enough. And we're going to go out only for about 45 minutes and we'll be back. But normally I don't take a camera with me because this is normally my downtime. Normally in the middle of the day, I just leave my phone on silent in a pocket and I just concentrate on being present with him and just sort of letting go of the first half of the day. And it's sort of a bit of a reset button, and it's just me, the dog and a walk, and that's all I have to do. And I enjoy these times, and I enjoy the time with no phone, no music, nothing, just me and the dog. So it won't be long, but I'll take you some of the way. I don't even know where Mr. T is. Mr. T! No, Mr. T, look at you all sitting there all excited. You're not very excited, are you? You don't like going out in the cold.
But you have to.
But you're good once we get out.
I will put your sweater on when you get home so you warm up. Yeah.
He'll be sweating by the time he comes in. So we go down the field at the back. Right.
Field.
Let's go. Let's get your lead.
Let's go, go, go.
Tony, you look quite small, darling. Good boy. Do you want to go for a bit longer? We can go a bit longer if you want. There's Mr. T coming at us. He's on his 10-metre lead, aren't you, Mr. T? You're on your 10-metre lead. So you can be 10 metres away from me. Or you can be upside down at my feet. But I like to give him on the 10-metre lead. So he has a little bit of freedom without being off the lead, because people are still quite nervous of him because he's such a big dog. Well, big and boundy. But yeah, this is what he mainly loves doing in the field, is rolling on his back like he's possessed. And I just have to make sure that when he's rolling like that, my legs are not getting tangled in a big long lead. Oh! Now you nearly made me fall over. This is his favourite move. It's called the upside down tortoise. But it means I can walk. I can't even keep up with you, Tony. But a lot of the times I'll walk, he'll do his own thing, or he'll walk away from me. But it just gets him used to having that little bit more freedom than a short lead. And we just let it out, as I said, the 10 metres. And as you can see, there is nobody in the field, so we're just letting him have a little bit of a run around. We'll never get home at this rate. What you spot now? But yeah, he loves just rolling in the grass, having a good time, aren't you, Mr. T? And he's actually quite good at following. Alright guys, back from our walk. It is now 10 to 6. Mr. T's dinner time at 6:15. I don't think myself and Carl are going to have much for our tea tonight. We might just have a toasted sandwich. And Hayley said she'd look after herself, so I was like, oh, okay. What I do want to make tonight though is I want to make a coddle for tomorrow, because obviously back in work I want to have my dinner ready. So myself and Hayley will eat a coddle, and Carl can just have sausage and mash. But the funny thing is with coddle, I love making it the day before, turn it off when it's cooked, let it go cold, and when you heat it up the next day, it's like as if it's absorbed all the flavours. It's so much nicer the second day, like a stew. And then once I have that made, or I might actually go up now, I might go up and have my shower, get my hair done, everything ready for work tomorrow. My poor old head is hot from underneath the hat. But it's one of those, if you go out and you're wearing a hat, you're too hot. But if you leave your hat at home, your poor ears and everything will be freezing. So, anyway. Right, let me go and start pulling out the ingredients for this coddle. I'll get that on, and then I will get Mr. T's dinner ready. And might run up and have my shower then once the coddle's on and Mr. T is fed. Alright guys, I decided to wait till Mr. T had finished munching on his dinner to put on this coddle for tomorrow. Excuse me. Myself and Carl had toasted sandwiches for dinner tonight because, yeah, after a big lunch today we didn't fancy anything too much. So I am going to do coddle. For those of you who don't know, coddle is usually bacon, sausage. If you have any veg left over, like carrots, root veg really, you'd use them up. A bit of oxo cubes, water, potatoes, and let it boil. Oh, I actually have a small bit of frozen onion left that I'm going to throw in. It's not a whole lot. It's actually a tiny, I took it out. It's only a tiny little bit at the end of a bag. I think it's more water than onion. I'm going to throw that in, boil it for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Switch it off and we'll have that. Myself and Hayley will have that tomorrow. I am using 2, 4, 6, 8 potatoes, but some of them are tiny, like they are tiny. So and I've got sort of 2 biggish ones and 3 medium sized ones. But I do like my coddle quite potatoey. And when the potato breaks down, the starch helps thicken it up a little, so it's gorgeous. For the bacon, I am using the unsmoked, there you go, Irish bacon lardons, unsmoked. Normally I would go for a light smoke, just to give it that bit of flavour. But I didn't have any. Coddle to me is like a poor man's stew. You use up what you have. And your meat is cheap meat. But by God, does it taste gorgeous. I am also going to put some carrots into it, probably half that bag, which is about 250 grams. We're going to put it on and then we will have it tomorrow. The first thing I like to do though is brown my sausages. I'm not a great lover of the look of a boiled sausage. I just don't like the fact that it's white. I'd rather put a bit of colour on the outside and not cook it, just brown the outside, and then it can cook in the pot. That's the only sort of thing that I sort of go out of my way to do. The rest is all just thrown in the pot with a bit of water and then the oxo cubes. Right, let me get the sausage browned, everything else ready for the pot, and I will show you just before we turn it on. Alright lads, so these are my potatoes cut, and as you can see, they're quite chunky bits because I don't want them to dissolve. The smaller ones, I don't mind, they probably will dissolve down a bit, but I've left skin on everything, and I'm just going to put them into the pot. Let me just put them into the pot. Oh, one got away. That's okay, we'll get him back. There you. So that's my potatoes. This is about 250 grams of carrots that are just all chopped up and ready to go. So I'm going to throw them in. Going to throw my bacon in. the end of my onions because I have to get rid of this because it's only a half, not even a third of a bag. Few little bits of onion. And I will put my sausages, which are on there, browning. They don't have to be cooked through, they just have to be browned a bit so they just don't like look really pale when they're being cooked. So I'm going to give them another couple of seconds just to brown up the outside of them, throw them into the pot, and then we will go from there. Alright guys, so my sausages are browned on the outside. They're not fully cooked yet, but they are browned. But some of that oil will be the flavours coming out from the sausages. So I'm literally going to just dump it in. Okay, now there wasn't that much oil in there. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to fill it with water. Actually, do you know what? I'll put my OXO cubes. These are my OXO cubes. So I normally put 2 of them in. So literally I am just going to crumble them in my hand around the pot. So 2 of them in there. Then I'm going to fill it with water and stick it on, bring it up to a boil. As soon as it hits a boil, I'm going to lower it right down to low, put the lid on and let it simmer for about 40-45 minutes. And hopefully then it'll be done. We will have a taste test tonight, but we will be having it for dinner tomorrow. Alright guys, so just put it in there, the water in there. So as you can see, it's just barely covered. I'm going to put it on, bring it up to the boil. Then as soon as it comes to boil, lid on, and we will simmer it. So yeah, so about to go on, happy out. The smell of this, and it hasn't even gone on yet, is absolutely gorgeous. While this is on, not coming up to the boil, but as soon as I put it onto a simmer, I'm going to go hop in the shower. Hayley's going to time it and she's going to switch it off for me because I'm going to hop in the shower, wash my hair, get myself ready for tomorrow. Okay guys, so I can hear that coming up to a boil, just starting now. So that's it there. I'm going to give it a bit of a stir. I'm going to knock it down onto a simmer. Actually, I'll do that now. Knock it onto a simmer. And we will shout Hayley and tell her to keep an eye of the smell. I wish you could smell it. It is absolutely divine. And I am going to go. Right, so that's on a simmer now. So I'm going to tell Hayley to keep an eye on it while I go and have my shower, blow dry my hair, put my skincare on, get ready to get up in the morning. Jeez, back to work already. The 2 days off just flies like. Anyway, not to worry. Let me go have my shower and I will talk to you after my shower. Alright guys, just got out of the shower and into my pyjamas. I'm ready to go. It is now, what time is it? 9:30. So I need to be in bed in the next hour. But I am going to put on my night cream, which is the L'Oreal, where's the camera? L'Oreal Expert Hydrolan Expert Night Cream plus AH. Haven't a clue what it means, but I like it on my face. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today. You can see on my down days, I do try and have them sort of as total down days. I don't do a lot on my days off, and I try and just chill. I'm not mad into doing loads on my off days. I know it seems like I do, but I mean, I suppose the thing is, I only record when I do something. I don't record when I'm sitting at home or lying on the bed and reading me book. Oh, talking of books, I started that book, the Shite Before Christmas. If you don't, I did that in my book review. I was saying I was going to read it, so I started reading that. I'm only a little bit in, so I will give you an update when I'm a little further in. But so far it's good, it's light, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing. Anyone else get right in the crease there? See that crease? It gets really, really dry. I don't know. Do you know, every time I come out of the shower, I always think of my mum. You know, when you were young and you'd come down, you'd say, I've had my shower or whatever. And she'd say, oh good, your nose is shiny. I don't know why that's, I was looking at my nose there and I was going, God, my nose is shiny. Obviously, it must have meant I had a good scrub. Anyway, so tomorrow we're back in work. And Thursday, I'm going shopping with my Thursday client. So we'll see what happens there. But tomorrow should be interesting. And I have the coddle made. Oh, we'll have to go down and have a look at the coddle before we end this vlog. I just wipe my hands because they're all slippery. And I'm going to put on, this is something well, you know me and my lips. I'm always going on about my lips. I like this lip mask. It's can you even see it? It's very hard to see actually. I'll make a shadow on it. There we go. Bit of a shadow. Will you focus on it? I don't know. But it's the Lange Lip Sleeping Mask, Apple and Lime. It's nice. But I like it. So I try that on my lips. Just in case I find a fella I want to be kissing. To have soft lips. Just looked at myself and thought I wouldn't want to be kissing that. Anyway, look, I'm only messing. So that's my lips. Right, I'm going to... Oh, I never showed you what I got. A disaster, lads. So one of the things I got as a gift, actually, off someone was this. It is a straightening hair comb. Straightening comb. Straight comb. Your simple life hairstyle. Anyway, it's this, lad. There's literally a brush, but it's small. It's quite small. I'm trying to give you something to go against. That's a mug, so you can see it's quite small. You could actually throw that in your bag if you were going out to a wedding or anything. But you press the button here. Let me see if it works. Off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Oh, the battery light's gone. Anyway, you do it, and normally it comes up with the temperature. Now I have very fine hair, so I'd only put it to about 160 to 170, and I put it on. And in the morning, I'll just give my hair a quick comb through with this as it's hot, and it just straightens out. Now my hair is poker straight anyway, but every so often it decides to do a bit of a wavy dance, so that just takes those little kinks out of my hair. I got this, I can't even remember who I got it off. Maybe it was in work. I came into work, I'm not sure. Anyway, got this little thing anyway, and it's handy. I got Hayley to try it out in my hair. Like, just she was sitting down there one day and I said to her, here, throw that through my hair and see what you think of it. And she put it through and she said, that's not bad, mum. But because I find hair, I don't know how it would work with thick hair. I have to wait for Kerry to come up because Kerry has fierce thick hair. But I can't imagine it being great in thick hair. But definitely for fine hair that you're not looking to straighten curls out of it, I suppose is what the thing I'm getting. You just want to just sort of go over it just to straighten it down. It's actually quite good. Now that light is flashing. So do I have to charge this blooming thing? So it comes with a charger in the box, which is a USB-C, which is handy because, oh, sure, I have one plugged in there. Oh, do you know what? Anyway, so yeah, so I have that. So I'll be trying that out maybe tomorrow. Oh God, the dog's got up now and walked away. He was asleep on the floor. I'm going to put this on charge. Anyway, I think we'll go down, have a look at the coddle. Then I'll come back up and I'll blow dry my hair. I'm only going to get the top down wet off it so I can go to bed. And I think I'm going to grab a cup of tea. But we'll have a look at the coddle. That's what we'll do first. Alright guys, so that's it there. I've just put a fork into it. And the potatoes and the carrots are cooked. So Hayley said she turned it off. So I'm just going to put the lid back on it. Leave it off till tomorrow. I'm going to taste it now. I've just taken a spoon out and we're going to taste it. I never salt a coddle till the end because I never know how salty the bacon's going to be or the sausages, so I'd rather let it cook first and then I'll salt it when I'm reheating it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that now. It looks gorgeous. Oh, I dive into it, but I'd eat it because of the sake of eating it, not because I was hungry. So I'm going to try a little bit of the sauce I put in it. Oh shite, sorry, excuse me. I'm going to try it here. Oh man, okay, that's gorgeous. So I must remember to buy some soda bread up in Lidl's. You can go up and you know when they see the, I don't know if you're there up in Lidl, they have the bread cutting machine. So I always cut it to the biggest or the fattest slice you can, especially on brown bread or soda bread. Holy moly, it's gorgeous. And with that, oh, heaven, pure heaven. Right, lads, I am actually going to go dry my hair, get into bed, read a chapter of my book, and head off to sleep. So I will see you in the morning when I wake up bright and early and we are heading out to work.